This is the Nightwatch NS59. It's a long, narrow body with some smooth fins on the head and an incredible weight and balance to it. Right now, you wish you had this light in your hands so you could feel the whirl, the twirl, and that flick of the wrist, that satisfying pop from a perfect catch. Beyond weight and balance, though, this light has another unexpected feature. Whoa. A fresh new breed of LED. This emitter is made in China, but it's a true competitor to the almighty Cree. 4 dies laced together, similar to an XHP 50.3 high, or 9 dies laced together in the Nightwatch's little brother, the NS73. Okay, Chinese LEDs, so what's the big deal? Only this. The brightness of this light is shocking. When you're this flashaholic, you have a subconscious expectation of knowing what's going to happen when you hit that switch. I've had this light for several weeks now, and every time I pick it up, I'm still surprised at how much power it has. 28,000 lumens is really a lot from a light this size. And speaking of power, I think that Nightwatch has come up with a pretty creative way to handle the amp load and still deliver that crisp pop from a mechanical tail switch. Rather than just a thick spring, they used a smaller spring and a heavy strip of metal. There are a couple of lanyard attachments that come with the light you can use to reduce hand comfort. This light is also going to provide a significant amount of comfort to your wallet. It retails for only $89, and you can even take a deep cut off that price if you use the link for purchase and the coupon code in the description below. Now onto the beam. Since the NS50 has 9 domeless LEDs, the ideal light to compare it to would be the Eminent RS50. But since I sold mine without realizing it was the only XHP 50.3 light that I had, we're going to compare these instead. The Firefly's ROT66, which is also a 9 domeless LED light in the same price range, and my Acebeam X50, which is over 4 times that price. We'll compare the little guy to my 10,000 lumen Lumentop FW21. It's 3 XHP 50.2s and costs about $17 more than the Nightwatch. Gonna do a little bit here at not quite dark. You see why in a minute. This is the Fireflies. Gets the shed real good. And if you look past the shed, you can see the neighbors mowed. So we can actually hit those trees a little bit in the, right there in the middle. See back there a bit. Now we'll do the bigger Nightwatch. There we go. Wow. It's like broad daylight. And look at this. Remember the trees way back there? Watch. Since it isn't quite dark, you can really see the depth of how ridiculously far that is. It's for a multi-LED light, it's got some range. Go back to the Fireflies. That's turbo. Nightwatch. Oh yeah. It's got a bit of a hot spot. Now we'll do Ace Beam X50. So the Nightwatch still isn't beating X50, but I mean, when you consider the the price, the Nightwatch is several dollars, and the Ace Beam is several $100s. We'll go ahead and do the little guys from here. This is my FW21. Pretty large hot spot. We get to the trees out there a little bit, but not much. Now the smaller Nightwatch. This time we'll do fireflies, then the Nightwatches compared to each other. So, there we go. There's the barn with fireflies. Now the smaller Nightwatch. Bam. Not epic range, but we're getting out there, and it's bright. Now we'll go to the bigger guy. Bam. Look at that. Look. First, let's look at beam shape real quick. We'll just go on low. Let's see. This is the FW21, and this is the smaller Nightwatch. You can see the hot spot's about double the size on here, and this is a neutralish white, which makes this look a little bit purple, but really it's the color on this is actually very good. It's very white, it's well blended, it's not nasty when you turn it on blue or purple. It's very white. The larger Nightwatch is even more pure white. Here's the Nightwatches compared. You can see this guy has really good color. He's a little bit more neutral, smooth blending. The camera makes it look a little bit more separated in colors